Hello, I'm Coach Christian, and sorry for the lighting today. I help extremely stressed people to deal with their stress by observing it for themselves. And every single day, I publish a video that's designed to give you a tool that you can use to deal with the stress in your life right now, or the stress that may arise in the future. If you like the contents of this video, be sure to like it, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Ding, 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 ding. This will notify you whenever I publish a new video. All right. So, again, if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, please, in the description of this video, just ask the question and perhaps I'll answer it in a forthcoming video. I want to really know what you're thinking so that I can make sure that every video is designed to meet your needs, right? Because I'm making these videos for you. So I want to know what you're thinking. All right, now that we've gone through that, let's look at the question of the day. Here's the question of the day. Coach Christian, my parents don't approve of me. How can I achieve my dreams without disappointing them? Coach Christian, my parents don't approve of me. How can I achieve my dreams without disappointing them? Yeah, okay. So, one thing to note is that this is a method, right? This is a method that parents use a lot and just the community uses a lot. So it's a form of manipulation. If I want to get you to do something, I approve of it. Like if you do what I want, I approve of you. If you don't do what I want, I disapprove of you. Right? So this is a technique that I can use to manipulate you into doing what I want. Right? So let's say I want you to, I don't know, um, let's say like what's a typical thing that happens with parents and kids? Let's say the parents want you to maybe when you were smaller, right? They want you to get good grades in school. So whenever you got good grades in school, maybe they bought you gifts, they praised you a lot, they made you feel like a king, right? But this was really a trap, right? Because later on, now when you had poor grades, now they disapproved of you. They told you, I don't know, you're disappointing the family, you're bringing shame to everybody, you're lazy, etc. All of this disapproval was designed. This approval, disapproval, it's like carrot and stick, right? Are all designed to manipulate you to behave in a certain way. And this is a tactic that parents use to get you to do pretty much anything. And of course, there's going to be exceptions to parents, but this method is used not just by your parents, but by the society as well. Um, there's certain behavior that maybe your government approves of, right? Maybe your government doesn't like you, right? Maybe your government doesn't like you to criticize, I don't know, to criticize, let's say, the president. So if you criticize the president, then you face harsh punishment. And when you praise the president, well, you get huge rewards. This is still a way of manipulating you. Or like, so it happens in many scenarios, probably even at your workplace, isn't it? So maybe if you're a good employee, if you're the kind of employee the company wants, the company is going to give you a lot of money or they'll pay you well. And once you're no longer the kind of you're no longer a company man, you start doing your own thing. Let's say you start your entrepreneurial venture, you're starting your side business. Now the company doesn't approve of you, maybe it's even making threats to you. This is again a way of manipulating you, right? So approval, disapproval is very powerful. This is a very powerful social force, right? Think about it, your friends. Uh, like for instance, if you find yourself in a group, or let's say you have a bunch of friends and you guys are tight, right? You guys have a certain couple of activities you do together. Maybe you guys drink together, right? So whenever you meet with your buddies, you drink together. So this behavior is approved of by the society, right? Now, if suddenly you decide to change and decide not to drink, right? Your friends tell you, oh, you've changed, you don't like us anymore, you think you're better than us. All that is now disapproving of your act of not drinking, right? And all of that is designed to make you now to conform and actually drink, right? Drink and be part of the community. And so this is something you need to know. It's with regards to parents and societies that they tend to use approval and disapproval in order to control you and make you do things that they want. Right? And this is key. I mean, obviously, if you don't mind being manipulated in this way, no problem. But if you're asking the question, it means you do mind, right? So, for example, I mind. I don't like to be manipulated by anybody. And I feel this is like my own observations that this is a basic human desire is to not be manipulated. We like to be free. We don't like to be controlled by other people or by events, right? So, this is the first realization, right? Is you're asking me, well, how can I realize my career without disappointing my parents? Right? And I mean, you could be a kid or maybe you're even an you're even an adult, you know. So I mean, the parenting role is very interesting. Like your parents probably controlled you when you were a kid, and then you grew up and you'd think, okay, now you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you'd think now it's over, but they're still trying to control you, trying to hold on to you in some way, right? And you're still worrying about not disappointing them. So I guess the first question I'd ask is, what do you think will happen if you do disappoint them? Right? Where did you get this idea that it's wrong for you to disappoint your parents or disappoint members of your community, disappoint your boss? Right? Why do you have this desire to please them? Is the first question to ask. Because I mean, like, if you're an adult and you want to do something, my question is, why are you worried about whether your parents will approve it or not, or whether the society will approve of it or not? Why don't you just do what matters to you, right? That's the question. Right. And again, if we look at it, this is in theme with the video I'd done yesterday. Um, what is it about disapproval that worries you so much? What do you think will happen if your parents disapprove of you or your society disapproves of you, right? And I mean, if you look carefully, what you're worried about is again a feeling, right? You somehow feel that if they disapprove of you, things will end, things will be terrible, you'll not be able to handle it. But I mean, let's look at your life until this point. Haven't you had moments when people disapprove of you? Haven't you had moments when your parents disapproved of you, or people in your community disapproved of you? Weren't you still able to function? Weren't you able to survive and get through that? Right? So first thing is you're underestimating your capacity to deal with rejection and disapproval. Right? You can actually handle it way better than you think. Right? Also, the other one is this. I mean, it all depends on you, right? So sometimes what you're trying to do, it also depends on you. I'm not saying just create conflict or just be disobedient, right? So obviously, I'm not a big, I'm not like, I'm not a big fan of obedience. I'd rather people behave intelligently. But again, people are different. But maybe it's not even necessary to create conflict. Right? Let's say what your parents approve of or what your community approves of is something you approve of also. Right? So maybe you want to study a career in banking, right? And maybe your family already approves of it, so there's no problem, right? Then you just start in banking. Your parents think it's cool to be a banker, and you want to be a banker, no problem. There's cases where you want something and they don't want it for you. Okay, these cases do happen, right? So that's why I can't really tell you what to do, right? It's gonna depend on the situation you're in and what it is that you're trying to do, and how much it matters to you, right? So if maybe I don't know, it could be a relationship, right? This happens a lot with parents, right? Like maybe you're not supposed to have to be in a relationship with a particular type of girl or particular type of guy, right? So it depends. Maybe it could just be a color thing, right? It's like okay, uh, your family approves of you having a what? Let's say a black girlfriend, but if you have a white girlfriend, that's a problem, right? Your family disapproves of that. Okay. Now the question is, well, how important is this girlfriend to you? Right? If she's really matters that much, then perhaps it's time to consider being disobedient. right? And you realize you can handle it. But or it that might not be the case. Maybe being supported and feeling part of the family is more important than this girl, in which case you'll have to do something about it, right? Or maybe you can negotiate your way, right? This is why it's important not to follow a fixed system, right? Not to follow a fixed system or fixed prescription, not even from Christian. Please pay attention to your situation, discover what matters to you, and discover why it is that you really find out why it is that you're so eager to please your parents and get their approval, why it is that you're so eager to please everybody, and find out if it's not possible for you to operate without their approval. All right, so we've gone quite long in this area. Now, if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, please don't forget to put it in the episode, in the description for this video before. I may answer it in a future video, and I also want to hear your thoughts. So please do comment and get active. Um, Look, also, if this video is useful to you, right? I usually release videos daily. So if this video is useful to you and you'd like to, again, receive the next upcoming videos, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification. Ding, 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 ding. This will notify you whenever a new video comes out that will be of value to you. Now, if you like the ideas I'm sharing and you'd like to learn more about them, if you'd like to learn how to deal with the stress in your life or problems that arise, then just go again, in the description below. There's a link to um, the Observe approach, right? If you click on this link, you'll get free and instant access to a simple but very powerful method that you can apply immediately to deal with any problem that is stressing you out. And finally, look, this is something I'm offering for the first time now. Let's say you're in a difficult relationship right now. Your relationship is not going well. Um, and look, you just or just things are really bad. You're feeling extremely stressed, and you feel that your life sucks in this moment. Right, then for a limited time only, this is not for the first time actually, I've offered this before. For a limited time only, right, please, I'm offering a free My Life Sucks coaching session, right? In this coaching session, we'll get a crystal clear vision of the life you want. We'll figure out precisely what is making your life suck, and you leave the session renewed, re-energized, and confident in your ability to transform your life, right? And if you want to access this free My Life Sucks coaching session, I usually do it online. I just go to the description of this video and click on My Life Sucks. There's a link to that, and I'll be able to work with you. Otherwise, look, thank you very much for watching this video, and catch you in the next one. Bye.